Good morning, unicorns. Today is Thursday, October 29th, 2020. We are in the second week of the second quarter, finishing up the second week. I truly advise you all to every day through this week and probably a little bit into the beginning of next week to check your schedules before you go to class. Very, very important. We've made a ton of schedule changes. It's still ongoing. So I really do need you all to continue to check your schedules and make sure that you're in the right classes, okay? It's very, very important this week. Um, some really big news came down from the governing board meeting from Tuesday night. The district has decided to move forward with reopening schools through a hybrid learning model, which means that two things. One, you will still have the option of remaining remote if you want to be remote and don't want to come back to school because your family has decided that they don't think that it's quite safe yet. However, if your family and you decide that you feel confident and safe that you will be relatively safe from COVID, then there is a hybrid model in person opportunity that is available starting on November 12th. And so, what that means is this essentially, what it means is that we will have two schools. A half day for in person and a half day for remote learning. And so, what that means is that if you come to in person in the morning, that means that you will have asynchronous learning in the afternoon. If you are doing remote learning in the afternoon, then you will have asynchronous learning in the morning. All of your teachers are going to be coming back to school and be on campus, and so they cannot do both at the same time. And so that's why we are having kind of the two different models happening at the same time in that way. I will share with you all the schedule next week so you guys can kind of ask questions. I will say that our campus is very, very safe. We have had up to 30 students at campus for most of the school closure. There are certain students that have qualified for in person hybrid learning, and it's been going really, really well. Our custodians have done an exceptionally amazing job at cleaning our building. We have had reorganization projects, decluttering projects, just to remove some of the things that don't need to be in the classroom. I will tell you that all classrooms will have no more than 15 students in it. We've been able to 6 feet space the desks apart. And so the classrooms are really are conducive to the social distancing that needs to occur in school. We will have one lunch period. All students, all staff will be required to wear a mask unless you have medical ADA accommodations due to a previous health condition where wearing a mask is dangerous for you. And most people do not qualify for that, and you have to have very explicit paperwork from a doctor. So if you do return to in person, you will have to have a mask on at all times. It is a consequential offense if you don't. And it's not the half mask, it's the mask over your nose, over your mouth the entire time you're in the building. Um, we will have signs posted everywhere, hand washing everywhere. No one is allowed to go to the bathroom unescorted or be anywhere in the building without being escorted. We will have 10-minute transition periods so that teachers can disinfect the rooms in between each period. There will be up to 4 periods in the morning, 3 and 4 periods, and they alternate. Um, yeah, so there's just a lot of moving parts here, but I wanted to give you guys the general overview of what the hybrid model will look like at all sites. That's standard at all sites. Specifically at Outerback, we are just really trying to develop a schedule that makes sense and that gets you the most of your instructional minutes as possible. Yeah, and so that's about where we are with the hybrid model. And so, in order to be considered for the hybrid, your parents had to have completed a survey that was sent by the district over the last 2 weeks. That information, they get to select whether or not you will be returning to remote learning or to hybrid. And so we need that information and that data so that we can make appropriate decisions for the number of students that are returning to school. And so I'm really going to encourage you to have your parents fill out that survey. It's in their emails, again, sent from TUSD. I will try to go ahead and send that email out one more time today so they can easily find it. But it's the survey that helps us make decisions about how many kids are coming back and how we need to then arrange our school. Okay. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions or concerns about this, email me. I can't continue to stress how much I really appreciate those of you that have reached out just to say hey or ask a question. Don't hesitate to do that. I am really trying to get really good at getting back to you guys within 12 to 24 hours. I just have a ton of emails, but I look and crave to hear from my students. I'd like to know your opinion about hybrid learning. Send me an email. Write me an email letting me know how you feel about hybrid learning and your concerns or your excitement about potentially coming back to school. I'd love to hear from you guys. And I think that I'm gonna stop here and make sure that you guys are completing this week with checking your grades, getting all of your IXL minutes in, 100 minutes in ELA, 100 minutes in math. That's across the board. Those are grades that go right into the grade book. Okay, I want you. Oh, it's Halloween on Saturday. I don't know if you guys are going to be participating in any activities. If you are, please be sure to be safe. Wear those masks. Again, feel free to wear your Halloween costumes or do something funky for Friday while you're in class. We appreciate you guys. I miss you, and I want you guys to have a great week. Okay, take care.